Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, I'll be showcasing the best businesses to sell in a public lobby for that extra cash with a high demand bonus. We are currently in a lobby of 26 people, and for anybody unaware, if you are in a lobby with over 21 people, you will get something called a high demand bonus. So, for example, we can see that my bunker has a total sale value of $430,000. If I sell this product in a public lobby with over 21 people in it, and I successfully complete the sale mission, I will make an additional $215,000. That's just something that's really nice about the bunker. So, this first delivery we have to do seems pretty simple. We have to do 2 drop-offs and we're completely done. So first things first, we're going to go to CEO abilities, and you can see we have 35 seconds off the radar for free. The moment that global signal checks down from 30 to 0, we are going to go off the radar for another 3 minutes. Now, I normally don't do this unless there's somebody near me, and I've showcased this in previous videos. Normally, if I'm selling in a public lobby with a high demand bonus, I only go off the radar if there is somebody that is somewhat threatening and close to me, because of the fact that it's kind of a waste of not only $12,000, but as well, if you need it later, you don't have it because there is a cooldown. However, the reason I'm using it right now is down to the fact that I have a vehicle just sitting in the open, and somebody could just blow that vehicle up if they wanted to. So it's a lot smarter to leave that vehicle off the radar, because when you do get pinged on the map, it shows both vehicles. So we just have to deliver this insurgent 1.1 miles down the road to our first drop-off, and then we got to go back in our Sparrow, get the other one, and we should be done. Now, when it comes to the bunker sale mission, be smart on how much you fill your bunker up. You'll notice that I had about $430,000 worth of product in it. When you get over $500,000 worth of product, you are going to get 3 vehicles in your sale mission, which means that as a solo player, 3 vehicles in your sale mission is going to be really tricky, especially if you get the one with the buggies where you have to drive around the map. You do not have enough time. So usually I only sell around $400,000 at max, because then I'm going to get 2 vehicles, which I can still usually complete as a solo player. So as we can see, all I need to do is drive right here, and that should be the first delivery done. I don't know why those cars just disappeared, but it's probably because I drove into the sale mission spot. But there you go. First insurgent has already been done and delivered. So now we just got to make our way back over to the next one. So let's go to services, Kosatka. Let's get our Sparrow out, which we can see us spawn right on the road. I really like the Sparrow for stuff like this. It's quick to spawn in, it has flares, it has missiles, so if anybody tries messing with you, you should be completely fine. Although we shouldn't have to worry to begin with because of the fact that we are off the radar for another minute and 15 seconds. Alright, we have made it back. 20 seconds left off the radar, and we should be done. So let's land our Sparrow right here. There you go. And yeah, at this point, even if we are on the radar, I feel fairly comfortable driving this insurgent, that we should be pretty well armored and not have to worry about being blown up. The only real chance of being blown up would most likely be a modder. So we have to drive 2.9 miles until we make it to our destination. So let's do that. It's really easy to do these sale missions. You can see you only have like 15 minutes anyway to do this mission. It's just really dang simple. Overall, the bunker is an incredibly easy business to sell in a public lobby. Not only because a lot of the vehicles the bunker sale missions are involved with are pretty well armored. You usually get insurgents, or you usually get some armored buggies that have weapons here and there. For the most part, when you do the sale missions with the bunker, as long as you don't fill your product too much, the sale missions are pretty dang easy, and as you can see, this one here, super easy. We have 0.2 miles to go until we make it to our destination. There's plenty of people in the lobby, and we should make around $650,000 or something like that from the sale mission. I guess we'll find out. Looks like we have to park right here, and done. I mean, this was incredibly easy. You can see just how simple of a sale mission this was. So, what do we get? Now, sometimes you have to leave the area, although this one I don't think you have to do. And there you go, $645,000. So we made an extra $215,000 from that sale mission alone, but we're not done yet. Now that we have done our bunker, we're actually pretty lucky that we're right next to our nightclub. So at this point, we're going to go into our nightclub because that's where our next sale mission is going to be. Now, the nightclub is it's like the best business to sell in a public lobby in my eyes. It's always a guaranteed single vehicle. And because of that, it's really, really dang easy to take advantage of. All right, let's make our way upstairs to the computer so we can start up this next sale mission. I actually have absolutely terrible popularity in my nightclub right now. 0 popularity. I've been a little lazy on keeping it maxed, I'll be honest, but that's not going to affect us. $1.6 million worth of goods in my nightclubs. You know, I'm not getting around here. This is going to be an extra $750,000 in a sale mission, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. But again, this is what you can do in public lobbies if you take advantage of these sale missions. So our delivery vehicle is going to be the big boy. The good news about this delivery vehicle is it does feature missiles. Not only does it feature missiles, but it does have some decent protection. It's got some mines you can drop, so it's not a terrible vehicle overall. The worst one is by far the Mule. The Pounder's okay, and the Vapid Speedo Custom is okay. The Mule, absolute trash. Let me get that missile battery ready. Okay, there you go. Now we can just chill with the missile battery ready. We're going to go on the radar in just a moment here, but for the most part, I think we should be completely fine. We do have an oppressor near us, but again, this vehicle's pretty easy to use. Looks like we just have to search the area for the buyer. So this is the one where usually you have to look for like an orange Camacho. So yeah, this one seems pretty easy to do. 1 mile until we make it to our destination. Now, normally I would go into my CEO abilities and go off the radar, but we have to wait 2 minutes for that. Normally, just wait for the cooldown on your Ghost Org. It's really simple. You have to wait like 5 minutes each time you use it. Just wait the 5 minutes. If you don't wait it, then you're going to be like me in a lobby full of people where it is kind of sus when you're trying to sell your stuff. But I'm not too worried because, as you can see, I've got over $104 million worth of money in my account anyway. So we're going to keep on going here. Let's go around this little route, and looks like nobody's really trying to chase us. Even if they do, I'm pretty sure you can drop mines with this vehicle. Yes, you can, so I'm not really all too worried. So we're going to roll around this corner over here, and we got to look for an orange Camacho, which is pretty easy to do. It's usually somewhere parked at one of these buildings, so we just gotta find which building it's parked at. There it is. I actually haven't seen this location before. I was kind of sussed out for a moment because I couldn't find it, but there you go. Now we just gotta leave the area, which is pretty easy, even though I can't get out my Sparrow because I forgot to despawn it. That's fine, because we can just get out our buzzard. So what the... Okay, maybe we can't get out our buzzard. Okay, finally leaving the area, and there you go, $2.2 million. Now, obviously, Tony does take 100 grand from a laundering fee, but that doesn't matter. We made $2.2 million out of a $1.5 million payout, 2.2. I mean, that is absolutely insane. And once again, we're in a full lobby here, so it showcases just how easy it is to do these sale missions. The final sale mission we're going to be showcasing is by calling in your acid lab. Pretty easy to get your acid lab wherever you want, so we're going to go get that out really quickly. So now, to finish off today's video, let's do our Acid Lab sale mission. This is $335,000, but we're also in a public lobby. So once again, that means we're going to get about an extra $150,000, which is actually a pretty decent chunk. Now, because we're in the city to start off, I am going to go into Ghost Org immediately, and let's see where we have to go. Looks like we got our first drop-off about a mile away, so let's just go into... Or let's get stuck. Really? Really? Is my vehicle stuck? Okay, there you go. I thought it was legitimately stuck, but it looks like we are fine. So we have to do 10 deliveries, looks like, around the map, which is pretty dang simple, so let's go do that. The Acid Lab is by far one of the easiest businesses to sell in a public lobby, because no matter what, you're guaranteed a single vehicle, just like the Nightclub. Now, the missions themselves can be a bit tedious. Like this one here, you have to throw a piece of paper into the bin, which can get a little annoying, especially because for this one I have to do 10 drop-offs scattered around the city, which, yeah, it's a little sus. I mean, doing these drop-offs it's not the most fun thing ever, especially because there are people that could just blow me up if they wanted, but the great thing about this motorcycle, the Sanchez, is that it's actually really dang fast. In fact, I think, yeah, this is the Manchez. But we've already done 5 out of the 10 deliveries, and they're pretty easy, as you can see. There's not much you have to worry about. A boppity. I'm actually surprised that went in. That was a pretty good throw. Alright, 2 more to go. So let's head over to... Is it on top? I'm gonna guess it's on top of the pier. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna still take a guess and say it's up here, because that's what they kind of want you doing with the motorcycle. Was I right? Yes, I was. Okay, throw... Oh, God. We got it. Okay. And last one is directly in front of us. Alright, well, as you can see again, nobody went for us. We're in a lobby full of people, 28 people in this lobby, which is basically full. And we've had no problems whatsoever. I've made so many videos talking about this, but people just don't really bother you when you're doing sale missions. Unless you're in an absolutely terrible lobby, which you should know just by being in the lobby. You'll see a bunch of people dying. Holy crap, can I get this in? There you go. Alright, now we just gotta leave the area. But yeah, you should know if you're in a bad lobby by seeing just how many people are dying around you. But for the most part, this is really, really easy. Nobody's tried to kill me. I've had no problems whatsoever. There you go, $502,000. So today, we made $2.2 million from the one sale of our Nightclub, and then $500,000 from this. That's $2.7 million, and add on the $600,000. So we made about, let's just say, $3.4 million. When we normally would have made around, what? Like $2 million? It's insane how much money you can make selling in a public lobby. These are by far the 3 easiest businesses to sell in a public lobby. Oh, now somebody's trying to blow us up. Bruh, you missed the train. You are too late, my good sir. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.